بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات الصف الثاني الثانوي للمدارس الرسمية والمدارس الرسمية المتميزة لغات، أهلا وسهلا بكم. Welcome everybody. I hope you are all okay. Today, inshallah, we are going to have a session on Macbeth under the supervision of Miss Khadija Al-Sayyid, the General Director of English. Without her support, along with the support from other dedicated inspectors, our contributions would not see light. So let's start. طبعا يعني أرحب بكم جميعا، وفي ظل هذه الظروف التي نعيشها جراء هذه الجائحة، فأتمنى من جميع الطلاب استشارة كل المصادر التي تتوفر معهم في هذه الفترة، يعني سواء كانت تكنولوجية أو سواء كانت عن طريق face to face learning inside the classroom. Let's start. Shakespeare by Macbeth. Summary of Act 1 by Mr. Mustafa Sadawi. Act 1 main points. The play takes place in Scotland. Duncan, the King of Scotland, is at war with the King of Norway. Duncan learns of Macbeth's bravery in victorious battle against someone who sided with the Norwegian army. That man is called MacDonald. Also news come that the treacherous Thane of Cawdor was arrested. Thane equal lord. What does it mean, Thane? Thane is a lord or a nobleman. Cawdor is a village in Scotland. So that man was a Thane or a nobleman from Cawdor who sided with the Norwegian army. So he's treacherous. هو خائن. خان وطنه وخان الملك Duncan. لذلك, so he was arrested and kept in custody, prepared or ready for punishment. So King Duncan knows that Macbeth is brave, Macbeth is victorious, Macbeth is a strong man in the battle, a strong man in the his war against the Norwegian army. So he rewarded him, كافأ Macbeth, and gave him the title of Thane. As a result, Duncan decided to give the title of Thane to Macbeth. طبعا الملك دنكن أراد أنه يعطي هذا اللقب الحربي إلى أو اللقب الشرفي إلى Macbeth. طيب, we have to know who is Macbeth. Macbeth is a general in the Scottish army. Macbeth is a victorious man, is a brave warrior in the army of Scotland under the leadership of King Duncan. Also, Macbeth has a friend who is the same as his rank in the army, Macbeth and Banquo. That friend is called Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth were returning from a battle. While they were returning from the battle, they met three witches. وهم راجعين قابلوا ثلاث عرافات. These three witches and their prophecies were turning point in the play. يعني كانت بالنسبة لهم نقطة تحول كبيرة جدا في المسرحية والتي هي we are going to discuss in the following lines. The witches predicted that Macbeth will be the Thane of Cawdor and King of Scotland. Banquo will be Father of Kings. And this point is very important. هذه النقطة مهمة جدا يا شباب. The witches توقعوا or they give a prediction, or they told the Macbeth that Macbeth will be the king of Scotland and Banquo will be father of king. These are the three prophecies اللي هي النبوءات الثلاثة التي تبنتها آه، هؤلاء العرافات أو كما هم يعني met them in the middle of the road while returning victoriously from the battle وهم راجعين من المعركة. Uh, what are the three prophecies from the three witches? The first one that Macbeth will be the Thane of Cawdor, and then the King of Scotland, and then Banquo will be father of kings. طبعا يعني أكيد زي ما أنتم شايفين there is a plot, or there is something we call uh, a very important point in creating the play. Shakespeare was a genius. One, so he created the first scene or the first section of the play to get us into, to have us involved inside the heart of events. يعني خدنا علشان خاطر ايه ان احنا ننغمس في آه، قلب الاحداث, and to tell us that the play is developing fast and the events are following each other in order to get us the most important points in the play. The witches told the Macbeth and his friend Banquo about their prophecies, and they disappear. And they disappear. واختفوا تماما يا شباب. After the witches disappear, Macbeth and Banquo met two noblemen, Ross and Angus, who announce Macbeth's new title. And that is very, very important point also. It, it, it gets amazement to Banquo and Macbeth. It brings amazement. It brings astonishment. يعني قلبت الدهشة وقلبت الذهول إلى Macbeth and his friend, because those two gentlemen or two noblemen mentioned that Macbeth has become the Thane of Cawdor. And these words, these very words, were said to Macbeth by the witches a moment ago before they disappear. قبل ما يختفوا تماما كانوا قايلين الكلام ده لماكبث and his friend Banquo. After that, on their way, shortly after, يعني فترة قصيرة جدا, not long ago, before Macbeth and Banquo left the place where they met the witches, they were received, or they were stormed with the news that Macbeth became the Thane of Cawdor. هذا اللي حصل يا شباب. اني شوف هذه النقطة تحول كبيرة جدا جدا. يا دوب بعد ما اتحركت Macbeth and Banquo, وبعدين جت الأخبار من those two gentlemen that Banquo became the Thane of Cawdor. طبعا Macbeth was stormed with the news and was shocked, because these are the very words that the witches had told him before he left them. طيب, ننتقل إلى نقطة أخرى. Moving to another point. Upon hearing this from the nobleman, Macbeth starts to contemplate the murder of Duncan, or to think about the murder of Duncan to reach or realize the witch's second prophecy. طبعا يا شباب زي ما انتم شايفين, first prophecy has come true. أصبحت يعني محققة. Now Macbeth became the Thane of Cawdor. أصبح هو the Thane of Cawdor in a short time, or in no time between the witches' disappearance and the meeting with the two gentlemen, Ross and Angus. That brings something into Macbeth's mind. هذا يعني جاب حاجة أو خلى ماكبث يفكر يعني إن everything which was said is true and he has something to do in order to get the prophecies come true. ده مهم جدا يا شباب. طبعا ماكبث بدأ يفكر how to realize the prophecies, how to get the prophecies come true, how to turn the prophecies into real thing. ازاي يحقق الكلام ده الى حقيقة. يعني لقب to be the son of Kudu خلاص هو أخده. Besides he is a ranked general in the army with Duncan. يعني طبعا هو بالنسبة له هو قائد كبير في الجيش والحين أصبح أو الآن أصبح يعني لقب nobleman in Scotland. طبعا بدأ يفكر ماكبث في النبوءات الأخريات أو الاثنين اللي باقيين يعني إن هو to be the king of Scotland. بس هنشوف later everything will develop or the events are developing so fast in the play and we will wait and see the actions or the events or the incidents of the play. First of all, Macbeth starts to think deeply about getting the second prophecy, which is for him to be the king of Scotland. How would be he? How he would be the king of Scotland is to kill Duncan. But if we know from the first section من أول دقيقة هنعرف إن ماكبث was reluctant, was hesitant, متردد. علشان كده هتحصل حاجة مهمة هنعرفها في نهاية الأكت وبعدين إن شاء الله in the coming acts إن شاء الله we are going to pinpoint this matter. Macbeth and Banquo meet with Duncan, who announces his intention to pay Macbeth's visit in the castle. مهم جدا يا شباب. Macbeth and Banquo meet with Duncan, who announces his intention to pay Macbeth a visit in his castle. هذه نقطة أخرى أثارت يعني or أكدت or it assured the idea of getting rid of Duncan into Macbeth's mind. يعني خلاص ترصدت الفكرة إني في داخل ماكبث إنه يتخلص أو إنه to be the king of Scotland is to kill Duncan or to remove Duncan away from his way. يعني يشيله من طريقه خالص. وبدأت الأحداث ترتب له. يعني أدي أول حدث هنشوفه أو يعتبر the second one because the first one is the prophecies of the witches, which starts with meeting with the two men who said to him that he has become the son of Godor. The second is this incident. ايه هو الانسيدنس or الحدث هذا ان Macbeth and Banquo meet with Duncan who announced the intention to pay Macbeth a visit. هيروح يزوره في قصره او في قلعته الجديده التي طبعا اصبح هو منوط بها ك the Thane of Godor. طبعا ده يعني حاجه كده يعني اتت that point in particular came to assure the idea or to ease يعني تسهل or to make Macbeth think more and more about killing or about removing Duncan from his way in order to reach the title or to reach the second prophecy of the witches to be the king of Scotland. Macbeth rides out ahead to prepare his household. Meanwhile, Lady Macbeth receives a letter informing her of the witch's prophecies, subsequent realization, and the visit of Duncan. نقطة طبعا very important هنا. ماكبث استعد ان هو يروح يجهز حاله for his sorry for the visit of Duncan to his castle. فأرسل خطاب إلى هذه السيدة Lady Macbeth, which is the most important character in the play. في المسرحية هي مهمة جدا جدا، وهنشوف دورها كبير خالص جدا ليدي ماكبث. وهنعرف يعني لو الناس بتشتغل في الكريتيسيزم في النقد والحاجات دي، هيركزوا أكتر على the character of Lady Macbeth. إن شاء الله I'm going to give an account of her character later when we start analyzing the characters of the play. لما نيجي إن شاء الله بإذن الله نعمل الشخصيات المسرحية هنقول الكلام ده. receives a letter from her husband اللي هو ماكبث. أرسل لها خطاب بيقول لها إني أنا I have met three witches and they told me three prophecies وقالوا لي ثلاث نبوءات. One of them has come true before I got to my house or I got to my castle. قبل أن أصل إلى قلعتي حصل تحقيق النبوءة الأولى. Then it comes to mind that the realization of the second prophecy is due. يعني تحقيق النبوة الثانية خلاص اقترب. هنشوف بقى هنا انتقال الأحداث أو انتقال الاهتمام ب prophecies from Macbeth's mind into Lady Macbeth's mind also. This is very important. Then a servant appears to inform Lady Macbeth of Duncan's approach. Energized by the news, Lady Macbeth invokes supernatural powers to strip her of her feminine softness and thus prepare for her the murder of Duncan. Again شباب very important. شوفوا بدأت يعني Lady Macbeth to try everything, to knock every door in order to have her plan into action or to get her plan into action. عندما ظهر هذا الخادم ووصل ليدي ماكبث وأعلن وصول دانكن، خلاص energized by the news، يعني أصبحت مهتمة جدا جدا بهذه الأخبار أو stirred، أو نقول كمان إنها يعني أصبحت في غاية الاهتمام بهذا الموضوع. Lady Macbeth invokes supernatural powers. أتت طبعا الحاجات دي كانت مشهورة جدا في هذه الأيام، اللي هي الأرواح الخفية أو الأرواح الشريرة أو supernatural power، القوة الخفية، القوة اللي هي not from the human made، يعني مش من صنع الإنسان، ولكن from supernatural power، القوات الخارقة للطبيعة. to strip her of her feminine softness، تخرجها من الصفات النسائية بتاعتها into a strong harsh qualities of a man and thus prepare for the murder of Duncan. ودي حتة برضو يعني عند شكسبير لازم ناخد بالنا منها، ان هو يعني stick the hard duties to man or to men rather than women. When Macbeth arrives, she tells him that she will or she will not, she will plot Duncan's murder. Again, Shabab, when Macbeth arrives, she tells him that she will plot Duncan's murder. قالت له أنا خلاص قررت إن أنا يعني أحيك الخطة، أو إن أنا to put a plan to get rid of Duncan's, to kill Duncan. But how? That we are going to say, or we are going to say, or are going to, you are going to see No. When Duncan arrived at the castle, she greets him alone. ما وصل دانكن إلى القصر هي حيته لوحدها. يعني Macbeth was unable to meet Duncan because of the decision, because of the decision that he has taken to kill Macbeth, but he was unable. He has no courage. He has no bravery to commit such action himself. So uh, the whole matter will be on Lady Macbeth's scale. هتكون في ميزان Lady Macbeth who takes up the qualities of a man, the bravery of a man, the bravery of someone who will commit a crime or do something dangerous without hesitation. That's Lady Macbeth. When Macbeth fails to appear before Duncan, طبعا Macbeth ما قدرش يروح يقابل Duncan. Lady Macbeth finds him in the room. شافته لقيته في الغرفة أو في المكان اللي هو جالس فيه contemplating the weighty and the evil decision of Duncan's murder. قاعد يفكر في ودي مشكلة ماكبث يا شباب انه to think over think and think and think but no action. جالس يفكر لكن ما عندوش أي action عن الموضوع ان هو ينفذ ولا ما ينفذش. عشان كده ليدي ماكبث taunts him by telling that غاظته يعني قالت له كده he will only be a man if he kills Duncan. انت مش هتبقى راجل الا لما تقتل Duncan. She then tells him of her plan to kill Duncan. وانا خلاص وضعت الخطه وادي الخطه ايه. Macbeth accepts her plan which is to kill him while his drunken men asleep. قالت له احنا هنقتله والحراس بتوعه يعني نايمين او متخدرين او ان هم يعني مأثر عليهم يعني هذه الخمور. يعني كان معهود في هذه الأماكن وهذه الأوقات يعني. Then plant an incrimination evidence on the guards. يعني هنضع أو نلصق التهمة أو زي ما انتم شايفين incrimination جاية من كلمة crime يعني جريمة. incrimination evidence on the guards على الحراس ونقول هم إيه؟ هم اللي قتلوا. أعزائي الطلبة والطالبات, this is the end of Act 1. إن شاء الله we will meet again in the second act or the third act في الأيام المقبلة إن شاء الله إذا أتيحت لنا الفرصة بإذن الله. My greetings to all my colleagues and my students till we meet in the next scene. Wait for character analysis and test yourself section. Mr. Mustafa, under the supervision of Mrs. Khadija Said. Thanks to her efforts, we would not have that into action. Thank you very much.